Having some nature's milk.
Got a bit of milk.
Yeah, I might join you. I love a bit of milk, actually. A bit of nature's milk.
Refresh me.
Nature's milk. Yum, 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 yum.
Welcome to Drum and Drummer, a podcast focused on drums, drumming and drummers. I'm George Pickering and that's Ben Winty, and we are both professional drummers in this business we call music. So stick around and join us as we pass the time whilst trying to stay in time.
Yeah, because of the bleeding arsehole.
Yeah. God, that's a throwback, isn't it?
George.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good moaning.
Right, couple
Good
of things.
Yeah, shoot.
One.
You're not in your dressing gown. Yeah. No.
Yes, exactly. Number one, you're not in your dressing gown.
Yep.
And we're recording this slightly later in the day. And so therefore I'm not surprised you're not in your dressing gown.
No, it'd be weird.
Because it's now 11 o'clock. But you wanted to do the session later because I got to go to CrossFit in the morning. I got to do it.
Yeah.
Answer me this. Did you go to CrossFit this morning?
Well, you know I didn't.
Yes,
because I already told you.
I'm now asking on behalf of the listeners. Did you go to CrossFit this morning?
No.
Right,
But
okay.
I'm going to go after this.
Right.
I had to change the schedule. I stayed up late last night chatting to a mate, and I was going, do you know what? It's going to kill me tomorrow to do that. And actually, you need your sleep, especially after the last 2 days that I'd had. I'll tell you about the 2 days that I'd had.
Okay.
Did a lot of exercise. So on Sunday, it was the Brighton half marathon, and I tried to get a space on it, but all the, just normal spaces were sold out, and then the rest are all for like charity, and it's like you have to raise 200 quid for something, and I was like,
the way I look at charity is, it's a pain, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a pain. There's these people, right, on Hove Seafront who try and stop you for some charity. I'm not sure what it is. Charity isn't a pain, but it is a bit. And but I'll be cycling, bombing it around this corner, and they're like, "Sorry, sir, can we just?" I'm like, "What? No, I'm clearly pedaling." Do you know what I mean? Like, why? And they're very persistent, and I think I hate the guilt trip side to it. In Afterlife, Ricky Gervais was sort of. It's not that dramatic, but it is a bit like, "Oh, sorry, don't you care about this hospice?" And it's like, no, it's not that. It's like, anyway.
I get the classic. Just to interject.
Yeah, please.
And I had to say this. So I get so many like cold calls through the business.
Yeah.
And like this number just kept ringing. I answered it. I was like, "Oh, we're from 118. Just checking your details are up to date." I was like, "Okay."
Good right.
And he did that, and then he said, "No, I'd love to put you on through to someone." He said, "I'll ask you a question." He said, "Do you want to generate more business?" And I said, "Well, who's going to say no to that?"
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Who's gonna?
Yeah.
Because I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't want you. You can fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said, "I'll pass you." I said, "I don't want to speak to anyone else. I'll pass you. I don't want to speak to you. You don't want to earn more business." No, I'm not saying I don't want to earn more business.
No.
But I don't think you can help me. So.
No.
And then hung up in it. So
it's like those drum video accounts where message you and just go, "Cool video," and you're like, "Which one? You didn't what?" Anyway,
which one? They're all cool.
Yeah, well, this is it. That's probably why they say it.
Yeah. Do you need help editing Drum and Drummer? Definitely not.
No,
definitely not.
Clearly not.
Lee Rowe.
Stop messaging us. Yeah, every other day.
But at
right,
what point do I? So basically, had this email from this guy, and he sent 3 now, and based on the emails, I don't think he's listening. No. Where he clearly runs I've looked him up. He runs a company, I think, based in Albania, where they will help podcast makers edit, mix their podcast, right? Because although Drum and Drummer has an in-house studio engineer and producer, a lot of podcasts don't, and I imagine there's a lot of, garbage ones out there who don't know what they're doing, and would require that service rather than learn. But I just ignore it, delete, ignore it.
Yeah.
But it's like you're you've clearly not listened to it because this is flawless.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? This is edited. This sounds good, right? So clearly you've not listened. But what point do I... Because you can easily be like, just email back politely, which is probably the right thing to say. No, thank you, not interested.
Yeah.
But you just sort of ignore it. Keeps emailing. At what point you just turn around and go, you fuck off, please, mate.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm getting worked up. It's working me up.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
I mean,
It's the pirate in me that...
But that is so weird that you still got the pirate.
Yeah, I just put a little zoom filter on, innit? So I got a pirate hat and a eye patch, and I'm just leaving it on.
It's mental.
It works.
It works. Every episode now. So anyway, back to what I was talking about 10 conversations ago. There's a Brighton half marathon, and I went, well, I feel like I'm missing out on this. So I went and did one, which is a weird thing to do a half marathon whilst running past people that have just finished the half marathon, you know? Because they've all got bouquets of flowers and medals and shit, and you just raw dog in it without even a water bottle. But it was fun. But then I was like, I am fucked now. Probably shouldn't have done that. But then I got on my bike.
Yeah, it's quite a long way, isn't it?
It's quite a long way. And then I was like, right, I need to go to my studio, though. This was meant to be my day off. I had to do some practicing. But then Monday, I had a new job, right? So like a teaching job in a school. But it was like shadowing. And it was in Angmering. And I was like, that's fine. You know, get there for 10:30. And I was thinking, I can drive. This is brilliant. But then, oh no, car MOT runs out that day. So I had to book in my car for its MOT. So then I had to cycle to Angmering, which is a long way from Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
So it took about 2 hours. And then I did
2 hours to cycle there.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. And then I did the day of, well, the morning, early afternoon of teaching, and then cycled back to Brighton, had some eggs, and cycled to work, and cycled back. So it's been a lot of cardio. I can't remember how I got onto that. Oh, in terms of why am I tired and why am I going to a later CrossFit? That's why, basically. But it's been good. But what's nice is the sun's out, so you can do shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Just cycling around, and you're like, oh, this is nice. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's all cool.
It's sort of tan, isn't it? It was cold this morning, a bit frosty. But, well, we're in March now, isn't it? So we're very much approaching springtime.
Springtime, baby.
But I'm sure a lot of people felt the same. But you get to the end of February and you just feel like it's never going to end.
Yeah.
It's never going to. I haven't seen the sun for 5 months. This is ludicrous. And then out it pops to warm.
This is it.
The cockles.
So what have you been up to? You got anything?
Half marathon? No. Cycling to Angmering? No. Definitely.
Did you ever cycle in your heyday?
I have a bike.
Do you?
Yeah, I have a bike. I actually have two now because I got one of my dad's old ones. I did. I used to cycle from Southsea to the studio for a bit in the summer.
That's nice.
Yeah, lovely up the Euston Road, up the old path up there. But I've got what's called Anne's knees. I've got Anne's knees. Yeah,
what is in
it's
your
not the
mum?
official. Yeah, it's not the official name.
Yeah,
I've just got awful knees. She's had both of hers replaced. She's like bloody RoboCop. So I just get my knees creak every time I walk upstairs, and just cycling was never that comfortable with my Anne's knees.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I preferred running.
Yeah.
To be fair. Yeah.
What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Studio stuff, studio work. Got the audiobook finished.
The sex audiobook. That wasn't a sex audiobook.
Yeah. We probably still got another session to do to just do some punching in on some, if any, bits. But it's like, you got like 8 hours of audio, so she's got to go and listen to it. And I'm not listening to it to check for little errors because, that'll cost her 8 hours of my time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sure there'll be another session, but that's sort of done. Been working on a new track with a band called Dives. It used to be called The Dins, but now called Dives.
Oh, cool.
So I'm sort of halfway through mixing that. And we got to a bit in we did the vocals last week, and there was a little section. I was like, "What are we gonna put in here?" I think either we could halve the length, or we could put a solo or something. We had a bit of organ going on in bit of the other. So I was like, "What about like an organ solo?" But then there's a bit of sort of like the chorus is quite scarry, and I was like, "Well," I said to him, "What about a trombone solo? You know, I can pop a bit of trombone on."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, look, I'll do an organ solo. I'll just write an organ solo on Monday, send it to you. I can then either keep the organ, or I could do it on trombone, or you can come and do a guitar solo. Either way, or we can just shorten it, keep it instrumental." And so he phoned me out. He's like, "I really like what you've written. I'd love to hear it on the trombone."
Oh,
right.
nice.
I'll get the old bone out. So
Just
just Monday lunchtime, just bopped out a little bone solo for them. So they're happy with that. So I'm halfway through mixing it. So that's my sort of aim to get that done this week. Other than that, I've been upstairs dismantling the old studio. So I've been putting some big shifts in. I've got like quite a lot done now, but now I've just got a big pile of rubbish. So I got a car full of wood ready to go to the tip this afternoon. So I'm just chipping away at that. But this morning, I mean, I ribbed you for the change of time, but it actually worked out well for me.
Yeah,
so
well,
I was having
you
a new
it
door.
As well. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been sailing the 7 seas.
Because I said, "Can we do it later?" And you said, "That's perfect for me," or something. I can't remember what you said.
Yeah.
So go on then. What are you doing with doors?
Well, I've had a new garage door fitted, isn't it?
Oh, cool.
But not to confuse
the
people.
Sex dungeon.
It's not the big garage door. No. It's like the normal garage door to get in from the garden to the garage.
Yeah, got you.
Which will be the main entrance door into the new studio. So, it had a door. Sure. PVC sort of thing, you know. Was it pretty? No. Did it close? Yes. Did it lock? Yes. But it opened inwards, George. Opened inwards. And I'm going to have a double door, innit? So, for the old soundproofing. So, I wanted a door that opened outwards. So I've now got a door that opens outward. But I also wanted a big, thick, heavy composite door. So it's very secure. It's very thick and dense and heavy to help with sound. But also looks beautiful. I've got a lovely stainless steel handle on it. Proper, really good, secure locking on it. And it fits snug. The guys came around and fitted it this morning. It's all done.
Nice.
Done a cracking job.
Yeah.
And I tell you though, I said, how do you deal with, tradesmen and that offering tea?
How do I deal with it?
Yeah. Are you a tea?
I do it immediately.
You do it immediately.
Even if they're there just for I know they're there for 5 minutes. I offer it to them because you don't want them to. I don't know. It's basically, I think it's their test as well, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? As to whether you're a nice person,
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I've had a lot of trade people, come around the studio over the years, and had someone come around and fit the aircon, and it was a really hot day. I thought, I'm not going to offer him tea or coffee from the machine, but I said, "Do you want a cold drink?" And he absolutely loved having a cold Dr. Pepper.
Oh, bet he did.
You know what I mean? On a hot day working. Glug, 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 glug. He's glugging it. Yeah. Glug, glug, glug.
Did you glug? Yeah.
Says here you were glugging it. £200 a head. But this morning it was cold, and I said to the guys, there's two of them, I said, "Can I get you anything?" And he went, "Oh, a cup of tea would be lovely." Now, you know me, George, not a tea drinker, not a tea or coffee drinker.
Do you even have milk?
Of course, because I'm a cereal fiend.
Yeah. And sometimes you just drink milk. Yeah.
But we do have tea bags because we had some in for the mothership when she came round for Christmas. So, and I have sugar for putting on my Weetabix and my bran flakes. So I have all the ass. Yeah, because of the bleeding arsehole.
Yeah. God, that's a throwback, isn't it?
It's all the plot keeps linking. It's all one big arc. This series. So They said, yeah, have a cup of tea, please. And I was like, okay. And then the next thing is mugs. Well, out comes the hard case mug. I need to use that.
Cool. Yeah,
need to use that. And he said, I only drink decaf. Or said, I'm not sure we got any decaf. He pulled out some tea bags from his pocket.
Love it.
Brought them with him. So, made him a tea. But
awesome.
But it is that thing. If I don't offer, will they think I'm a cunt?
Well, I remember seeing someone say that they, if they don't get offered, they add a 30 or like £15 to the bill, just to be like, you didn't offer me a tea. So it's the principle.
So I think I did the right thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I've done a cracking job. Do you want to see a picture of it?
What, the tea?
The door.
Oh, right. Oh, that's lovely, that. My God. Yeah.
Do you know what? Doors aren't cheap.
No.
I'll tell you that for free.
Can't imagine they are.
But anyway, that's what I've been up to. Nothing
Great.
major, really.
No,
nothing
but
major,
you got a new door.
Got a new door, studio. So that's the sort of kind of big external fixings done, ready for the build in the summer. So good to get those done. Tell me about you've been busy in your little studio and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, that's cool. I taught my first lesson last week to Joe from Wildwood Sky, his girlfriend Erin, who actually first said, "Does Ben teach drum lessons? Because I'm looking to start learning drums." I went, "No, he doesn't."
What, me?
But I'm getting into you, because she listens to the podcast, And I went, "No, he doesn't." But if you're willing to travel to Brighton, then...
Is it because she wants the best banter in real life?
I think so. I think that is what she said. She said, "I want the best banter. You can't give it, George, but I feel like Ben can, So I said, unfortunately, no, he doesn't do that. But I can do it. So she came to Brighton and gave her a drum lesson. But as we're, mates...
For legal reasons... practice session.
Oh yeah, exactly. But then she helped me decorate the room, which was quite nice.
Okay.
So we put up some LED lights. And
I can see the posters behind you have gone.
Yeah, well,
have they gone into the studio?
Yeah, because I'm not planning on living here forever. When the lease
your
is
bed's
up,
gone as well.
Yeah, it's just you just sat on the floor. But all the things that are kind of musical, I'm trying to move into that studio. So like I had some framed music posters, and I put all my music books into there. I put a shelf in there as well. But it's looking nice. It's looking cozy.
Well, you need to get some nice pictures. When
I will
get
some nice pictures.
Get some pictures up on the gram.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get them up on the gram, boy.
But
got a kick drum with a band name on it. Got a kick drum skin on the wall with a band name on it.
Yeah, the Wren one. Got that one.
Yeah, it's not a drum studio until you have that.
No, exactly. But yeah, so she came by, and then the evening was fun. Gabby King came by the studio, which was cool. We went out for some pints, and I was like, "Do you want to see my studio?" Because also there was an ulterior motive for me, because we'd been in Hove, and I thought I need to get back to my studio.
Steal her gigs.
No.
No.
Well, it's not it's not far.
You thought about it.
You get desperate. There's the 80s band. I always joke that I really want that gig. And Daphne does all the ones that are like, I'd love to do all of them.
Good, yeah. All the good ones.
And then I always say to, people, well, if anything were to happen to her, and they're like, haha, good joke. I'm like, it's not fully a joke. No, it is a joke. It is. I'm not.
Why do you think I'm getting ripped?
So, anyway,
I want to be able to strangle a Greek. Without breaking a sweat.
Is that going to be the episode title? I want to be able to strangle a Greek. So anyway, Gabby came by, and that was cool, and we sort of
sent me a little clip of her playing your drums.
Yeah, we shared drum tips and stuff. It was nice.
Have you just got one kit in there?
I've got one kit, and then I've got my electric drum kit as well. So I demonstrate from the electric kit, and then students will be on the real kit. But it's cool. It's really cool. I think now is the week to start advertising it online, because I think it's looking good in there and it's ready to go in terms of lessons. But yeah, right. Just because I'm conscious of time, I'll tell you about this gig I had on Saturday. So this was filling in for James Gillingham. We know he listens to this, so I'll be
big
careful
up, James.
Not to
the
slag
big Jamie
anyone
G.
off. Yeah. I'm not going to slag anyone off. They're all lovely. I had a gig Stansted Way, literally next to the airport. There's a wedding venue, and it was in James's function band. There's a lot of medleys. This is something that I hadn't done to this extent before. Sometimes my old band, we used to do medleys and it'd be like 3 songs taped together, but this was like 20-minute long things where it's like you have to learn the whole bit, which is fun because it's sort of like it's something new to do, but it's also like you have to be on it. Do you know what I mean? But it was nice because I thought it was all to click or to track, but it wasn't. But the event, I thought it was a wedding, but it was a 50th.
It was a wedding.
It was a 50th/18th birthday party. So it was like mum and daughter.
Mum and daughter joined up.
So there's a lot of 18-year-olds there, and it felt like a school disco or something. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
What are you laughing about?
Nothing. It's just a.
It was a wedding.
But yeah, so it was an odd one, but it was good. And but there was this kid there, 18-year-old, one of with the gang. He was a DJ, and it was kind of like we all went, okay, we didn't put him down before he started, but he was clearly like a mate of the daughter or whatever. Wanted to do some DJing, and he was amazing. Like he was really good, and we were like, fucking hell, this guy. Because I don't know, you're so used to seeing wedding DJs who look bored, but this kid was like on it, So yeah,
life hasn't crushed him yet.
No, exactly. But
I think you're right to be skeptical. You're right to be skeptical because the amount of times things come to us through the agency or even on the day of like, oh, can my friend play the first dance, or can my friend sing, or can my friend or the groom or the bride, can they do this? Can they DJ? And again, not to put people down, but the majority of the time they are rubbish. We did one and someone else did the first dance. It was like Diamonds by Rihanna.
Yeah.
Acoustic version. He used our PA. He did the first dance. It was awful. Really bad.
Yeah.
So I understand your skepticism, but obviously what a delight that it was. He was good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it was just his
easy
age.
Though, isn't it? No, I'm joking.
But yeah, good gig.
Right, the medleys.
Yeah.
Because when I did that hyper gig, they had big medleys. So set 3 was basically 3 tracks. Well, 3 separate pieces of music, but each thing was like 5 songs medleyed and stuff. What sort of themes are we talking? Were they themed like medleys?
Yeah. So there was like a 90s medley. I think there was a noughties medley. The first one, I can't remember what it was. But they were saying the singer, Lauren, was talking to the keys player, Anthony, and saying Shrek 5 is out this year. He was like, why don't you do a Shrek medley? I was like, that'd be a good idea. Do you know what I mean?
There's a lot of songs from Shrek that are in the wedding band zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me.
As Neil likes to say on freshman year gigs, who here likes Shrek? When we're about to play All Star, and they go, yeah, and he goes, good, because he's on the drums.
It's good. That is good. Horrible to you, but it's good.
I could take it.
Good, because he's on the drums. That's brilliant. That's great stuff. But yeah, no. The gig was good, and the money dropped just in time for my car MOT as well. I was looking at my account going, ooh, running low. Ooh. And then it comes in just as I was walking to the garage. So I was like, that couldn't have timed any better. Car was fine. Just needed 2 tyres fitted, which I thought it would anyway. Next, I'm going to get the bike serviced. You know what I mean? So then all my vehicles are running smoothly. Because the way I describe it to everyone is, have you ever seen the movie Holes?
Is that the Shia LaBeouf one?
Yeah.
Where he's quite young and they're digging holes. Yeah, I have seen it, yeah.
And there's that bit where it's like every day you have to walk the pig up the mountain. And it's like, you know, as the pig grows heavier, you will grow stronger, you know? And he has to keep, and then it's like, and then when you've got the pig fat enough, then you carry Madame Zeroni up the mountain. Anyway, so that's the whole bit. This guy has to walk a pig up the mountain. I mean, that's not the whole film, but, you know, that's part of it.
And in this analogy, you're the pig.
Hang on, let me get to it. So every day he's walking this pig, and at first it's a piglet. He can carry a piglet, sure, you know?
Sure,
and he's thinking, what about when this pig gets heavier? I'm not going to be able to get it, but he gets stronger as well. Anyway, it's kind of like that with my bike. I think my bike is just getting rustier and worse, you know? But my legs are getting stronger. So it's sort of like you don't notice how shit your bike is getting. But I'm sure if I have it serviced, because I'm looking at it going, this is just all rust now, you know? It's just all rust and shit and dirt and mud and oats and shit.
Do you want a new bike?
No, not really. Why? What you got?
I got some bikes.
I know you got some bikes.
I'm
all right.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, I need to get that serviced. Right, that's enough of that. Anything else?
I don't think so. I think it went on our Instagram. I think we collabed on it, but a song came out that I played a bit of horns on. A song by the Restless Coast. They got in touch. Wanted me to put some horns on. Put them on. That came out. That's good fun.
Yeah.
So go and check that out. Go and have a look on the gram. Find that. Other than that, I think yeah, that we could leave it there. We can leave it there.
Good.
Yeah, you know, enjoy your CrossFit. Good.
I will. And then I'm going to go to my studio and then slice some bread. So it's a good day.
Hey! It's a cracking Tuesday. Hope you have a good day, everybody, and a good rest of your week. We'll see you soon. Goodbye!
Goodbye!
Thank you for listening to Drum and Drummer. You can find us on Instagram at Drum and Drummer Podcast. And you can send us an email to drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Remember, just pick up the sticks and twat it.